Hey, how's it going, Natural Nation? Spent some time last night and dissected this car. It's nasty. You can see the nastiness, oils, the dirt. But I think I just kept running this car. I haven't ran it in about 3 years. But yeah, it needs a cleaning. The arms, the post, the gearboxes, the tank. I'll run it through a cleaning. I'm not gonna film that. Takes too long, too much camera time. I'm going to try to not make this like my last videos. It was just way too long. Of course, I can probably try to do live on YouTube, but just ain't set up for that right now. But I'm not gonna run this chassis here, so I'm not going to clean that yet. I'll just clean my other parts and get the build going. So we'll set this to the side. Find a spot where I toss it. But yeah, I'll get those parts cleaned up, and I'll start cleaning them up today. And y'all know how nasty I feel gets, and it's hard to get off. Right here's the pipe. It needs to be cleaned and maybe polished up a bit. Yeah, we'll get her going. Cleaned up and start doing some work. Right here's the chassis. Need some light cleaning, but we'll start with this chassis. I fixed my radio, my Fly Sky. Look at that. LD3. I've had this for a long time, but what happened was the trigger snapped. I'm not quite sure where it snapped at. But yeah, it snapped. The way the trigger is, you gotta have that piece there for good braking capability. I think that's what happened, but yeah, that's the trigger. See, the finger broke off, I guess, from having a heavy finger. That's the only thing I can think of. But I use this cheap, this is basically a Rovan or KM, whatever you want, if you will. But I think this was a Team Associated, but they interchanged. So I dissected this. It has a boogered up antenna. This may have been what was wrong with it. But yeah, so I was able to retrieve the trigger out of this, and it was an exact fit. So even though you got those cheap controllers and one breaks, always keep it laying around for a spare. That's why I kept that controller for a spare. There was 2 of these. But I let the other one go with the GT2 when I gave it to my nephew. And this was I guess this was the original controller, and the guy had bought another controller. So my guess is it started losing its signal because the antenna was broke at one time. You can see where they taped it. It probably just didn't get very good reception. Now it worked. It worked when I built that and installed it, but it lost reception within about 10 feet. And that ain't good on these cars. These cars get away from you quick. I mean quick. So you want a good radio setup. But this here, this here's been a good radio. Has all the adjustments and stuff. But yep, we'll get her going. Got that fixed. So here's the antenna. Here's the receiver. So that'll go in. But yeah, we'll get her going. Start the cleanup process today. Yeah, it's very dirty. The intricate part is cleaning these servos up. That's the old school Futaba 303 for throttle. And that is the Metal Gear 2008 Associated. That there is a great RTR servo. I mean, they would last in those monster trucks, the 1/8 scale. Those go in the 1/8 scale monster trucks. And those were by far the best ready-to-run servos I ever had. Believe it or not, my original servo in my 1/8 scale MGT lasted for about 8 years. Heavy duty bashing off the side of a hill. Cartwheels galore. Not bad for a ready to run servo. The 2008. But yeah, we'll get it going. I'm anxious to get it going, even though it makes me nervous to run it. But yeah, I want to try a different motor engine mount. I want to try some different engine mounts. These engine mounts may not jive with this. When the guy built this car for me, he custom made those, and I'm not quite sure. Not only that he custom made those, but he custom made the chassis. To match the bolt pattern. So I may have to change the engine mounts. Although that looks like it jives with it. But yeah, that will go like that. And then the pipe, the header comes around. It comes around here, makes a U, and the pipe is like that. So yeah, it's pretty loud pipe. It screams. Screams pretty good. But okay. We'll get this cleaned up. Start cleaning today, and we'll start doing some building on it. Stay tuned. Y'all have a good one.